Hey!
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Aaron.
And together we are
Functionally literate.
That's right, we can read. And today we are reading the newest installment of the Dresden Files, 12 Months by Jim Butcher. We're talking about chapters 5 through 8. Last episode was pretty good setup, I think, for the story. You know, we're seeing how Harry is, not great. We're seeing how Chicago is, not great. Mab gave him a new impossible task, not great. Also, he got a Valkyrie to serve him for 5 years. Laura gave him that. It's good that he's got one, I think. That's nice for him to have protection. Bear, she seems like good people.
Yeah, Bear's fun. I like Bear.
I like Bear. Chapter 5, How Harry Took on a New Apprentice. So, when we were reading, you expressed surprise about this.
Yeah. I mean, considering what happened after his last apprentice.
Yeah. And he had misgivings when... Okay, so Mort shows up while he's working out, and Bear tells him, and Bear makes fun of him for using low weights, because he was doing like, I don't even remember how he described it, but basically he was doing...
Bench pressing?
He was doing like squats, but with like 100-pound weights. He would do a set and then immediately go down by 5-pound increments to 95, 90, 85, etc. And so by the time Bear walked in, he was down to the 30s, switching to the 25s, and so she made fun of him for being, you know, a lightweight string bean. And he swears he had a witty remark, but he just didn't have the energy to give it.
That sounds like Harry.
But then, yeah, he's paid a visit by Morty. Mortimer Lindquist. We like him. At least I like him.
Mort's fun. Resident ectomancer.
Yeah, of Chicago. It's fun to see the relationship that Mort and Harry have now versus when the character was first introduced, because back then he was just kind of a weasel. And now he's really invested in...
Now he's a weasel, but with glasses.
Now he's really invested in helping the Shades of Chicago. And, oh man, I didn't even think about how the Battle of Chicago would have affected, like, all of the ghosts about. After he talked about the first thing that he showed up for, which was, hey, so this kid Fitz, I know you set him up with me, but he's like full-blown wizard material now. I think he needs you more than he needs me.
I don't remember this kid.
You don't remember this kid because you don't like Ghost Story.
I don't remember this kid from Ghost Story.
He was from Ghost Story. He was the kid that Harry found when he was just kind of wandering around, because there was this guy who was manipulating like 4 or 5 kids to work for him. Fitz was one of them.
Yeah, it was the cult in the sewer, right?
Right.
This was one of the kids?
Fitz was one of the kids, and he was able to hear Harry even though he was a ghost. And so Harry, like, got Fitz to hook up with Mort and had Mort help him, like, learn how to be an ectomancer. But then now in this moment, Mort's like, yeah, he's more than an ectomancer. Like, he's, like, got full control of the elements, except he doesn't really, and I see the potential in him to cause a lot of harm if he doesn't get the right training. Will you train him, please? And Harry's kind of like, well, I'm not really in with the White Council anymore. It might be a problem if they knew that I was apprenticing someone, but fuck it. I mean, that's basically how that conversation went.
Harry's very much on the YOLO train right now.
Yeah. He's very hesitant, and I think for good reason. He's like, am I in the right headspace to mentor this child? And I say child, he's 20. But he ultimately decides to do it because once upon a time, he was that kid. Which I think is fair.
Yeah, like, he just needs a little help. He just needs a little nudge in the right direction.
It's so weird to think about, like, just how much time has passed, like, in this series, because Fitz is not much younger than Harry was at the start of the series. Like, Harry was like 25 when the series started.
And he had already done so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
I mean, Fitz has already killed something, too. He set something on fire.
Yeah. During the Battle of Chicago, he set something on fire. But what do you make of that? Of all that? Like Mort just showing up with Fitz. Do you know how it felt to me? I really felt that sense of like medieval in this moment. Because it felt like a peasant coming to a king for help. Castle and all.
Please, sir, I have this child.
I have this child in need of mentoring.
Well, and then Harry remarks on this. Mort waits there, and he's like, he wants me to tell him what to do.
Yeah. And he's like, shit, okay. He's coming to me for guidance. All right, I'll give him some guidance. And so he does, not mentioning how he's making all of this shit up, not mentioning how he's feeling like insurmountable pressure on him to lead. He doesn't mention any of that. He just does it, which I think is good. He tells him like, hey, you should go talk to the witches in the kitchen. Go do that. Keep me appraised of all the goings on with the shades. The thing that really disturbed me, though, when he was talking about all of the new shades, was how because of the sheer number of people who died that still haven't been found, their shades have no choice but to possess their own bodies during the daytime, which Mort says cannot be good for their sanity. And I mean, fucking A, right? That can't be good for their sanity. Like, I could not imagine.
I mean, the thing that struck me is he's like, Karen was great. She was a remarkable lady. I saw her shade.
And then he kind of changed the subject. Probably wondering why he even brought it up. Yeah. Which, I mean, at least to Harry's credit, he didn't go down some desperate rabbit hole like, I need to see your shade, I need to see your shade. Like, I mean, at least he didn't do that.
Oh, I'm not going to put it past him.
You think so? You think at some point in this book he might?
Harry's a little desperate.
Yeah, that's true.
And he just had, Chicago's resident ectomancer going, yo,
I
saw your dead girlfriend.
I saw your dead girlfriend and I need help. Could you help this boy? Help him, please. I can't help him. I'd rather you than the White Council.
That seemed like a throwaway line that wasn't that wasn't exactly throwaway. You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah. Well, we'll see if that comes up again.
I think it's interesting that Mort is working with Stallings.
When did that come up? Oh, right. Yeah, he said that whenever a shade told him where a corpse was that wasn't discovered yet, he would tell Stallings, like he would give him a tip about where to find the body. But even doing that, there's still just so many dead and so many people dying.
Yeah. Well, and Mort makes another offhanded comment. Mort's making a lot of offhand comments about how bad Halloween is going to be this year. And I'm like, that's the fucking next book. That's got to be.
I don't think so.
Maybe
because
not.
It's July now. The next chapter, it's August. So I think that'll be coming up in this book.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Halloween after all this fucking shit. Can you imagine? Think about what happened. I mean, deadbeat. Fuck.
Fucking nightmare. Chapter 6. How Harry was visited by wardens of the White Council.
God, I love this chapter.
Fuck Ilyana.
Fuck Ilyana.
First of all, I think Carlos put it best. Ilyana was trained in the Morgan School. Totally tracks.
No. But see, the thing is Morgan had redeemable qualities, and Ilyana just seems like a bitch.
We don't know. We don't know this lady.
Her backstory sounds tragic.
Her backstory is fucking tragic.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, I understand why she's a bitch.
Doesn't change.
It doesn't excuse. It explains it. It doesn't excuse it.
Mm-hmm. But the same could have been said for Morgan every single time he was a jackass to Harry.
Yeah, but he got better.
Okay. Ilyana could get better. We don't know.
It took him 9 books to get better, and then he died.
You know what? That's true. So, Ilyana, she's of the opinion that the Wardens can do whatever the hell they want, and Harry's a warlock, so fuck you. Expect us to just be visiting regularly without announcing ourselves.
And Harry's like,
no.
First off, fuck you. Second off, I'm not a warlock.
Yeah.
I could kick both of your asses right now.
I mean, he doesn't say that, but I really liked how when Carlos tells him how it's gonna be, he just kind of stands there, thinks about it for a moment. He's like, no. I'm like, no? Yeah, no. This is my house. I am the Winter Knight. I am owed some respect where it's due. If you're going to be checking up on me, sure, but you're gonna announce your presence. You're going to announce when you're showing up.
He not only says that it's that he's the Winter Knight and that that's his house, he's like, this is winter territory.
Yeah, he does.
Which is, I mean, it's fair.
I mean, he's no longer officially a wizard, but that does not change that he is still very powerful. And
very much the Winter Knight.
And very much the Winter Knight, yeah.
Mab's not going to coddle him.
Yeah.
But if the White Council starts, making incursions on winter territory and usurping her authority, Mab's going to take offense to it.
I thought it was so funny how Ilyana just wouldn't stand for this. And he's like, all right, fine. Well, you know what? If you have a problem with it, you can take it up with Mab. And once, Mab is done kicking you 6 ways to sideways over wanting to humiliate her knight, then, then we can talk.
I love how he's like, send someone expendable. Like, it was, I loved this chapter.
Yeah.
I loved this chapter so much.
It's nice that Harry can, for once, stand up for himself and get away with it.
Well, and he seems to have an uneasy truce with Carlos.
With Carlos, yeah.
The way the battleground ended, I wasn't expecting them to be this friendly.
I mean, you say that. They're not
friendly.
They're not friendly.
I wasn't but
they're not unfriendly.
This is cordial.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting cordial.
Well, I mean, Harry kind of said it best. He was like, I'm setting boundaries. Those are healthy. And I think, there's still a part of Carlos that wants to believe that Harry is good, which shows at the end of this chapter, after he sends Ilyana back to the entrance hall, it's like, okay, go right now, just go, because she cannot, I loved how he was like, all right, listen, lady, you're kind of a 9 on the psychometer right now. I'm gonna need you to dial it down to a 6. Yeah. And she took that as like, did you hear him threaten us? It's like, God damn, lady, will you chill out?
I love, okay, so out of everything that was said,
yeah,
my favorite Ramirez quote was, Dresden's like, what are you talking about, Carlos? You guys kicked me out. I don't have to play ball anymore. And he's like,
Dear
you
God.
Played ball before?
Dear God, you think that you were a team player before? And then he kind of does the hand wavy motion, like, I mean, a little more than now.
It's it's very reminiscent of that old school, Dresden Carlos banter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they want to be friends.
They want to be friends.
They want to be friends so bad.
I mean, as far as Harry's concerned, they could be friends. Carlos is the one that's like, nah, we can't be friends. However, he still is like, you said that when the time was right, we were going to go find our friends that were turned into Black Court vampires and bring them the rest. And they've reiterated that compact now. They were like, when the time is right, when we figure out where they are, when we're able to go do that, we're gonna go do that. And they shook on it. And so that suggests to me that there's still hope for this friendship.
Yeah. I Ramirez is one of my favorite side characters.
He's so cool. He's really fucked up right now, though.
He had a lot happen to
He
him.
did have a lot happen to him.
He got the shit beat out of him while he had a boner.
That was a while ago.
And he's still recovering from it.
Yeah. And then the battle. So, yeah.
And so not only is he super fucked up, he's still a virgin.
Oh, no! Damn.
So now he's just hurt and sexually frustrated.
Terrible combination.
That was Harry for most of his life.
That's true.
Harry wasn't a virgin.
No.
Elaine saw to that.
Hey, listen. Like, to anyone that needs to hear this, listen. It's okay if you're a virgin, okay? Like,
It's true.
losing your virginity is overrated. Like, most sexual experiences are going to be way better after the first time. So, like,
The first time's weird.
don't make a thing about it. Like,
It's true.
just get through it.
But, most people don't have their first time you getting magically assaulted by, like, the person you're trying to, like, hook up with.
Well, of course not. Magic's not real.
Don't you wound me like
The
that.
look on Aaron's face when I said that.
Listen, I've been to a Penn and Teller show. Magic is real. They made an elephant disappear, Ryan.
That's really cool.
I'm excited for the eventual Dracul hunt.
Yeah.
Because that was the last thing that Ramirez said. They reaffirmed Harry's like, we're going to go get those motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, let's go.
Absolutely.
And what's more, Ramirez, I think, is begrudgingly starting to treat him as an equal. Because he's like, I'm not your junior anymore. We're going to go get these guys, and we're going to go get them together as equals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's a turning point.
Well, this is, I mean, I think that turning point is only natural when the Merlin is like, yeah, no, we're not going to deal with those people that we lost to the Black Court. Like, the time isn't right yet.
And I'm like, can you imagine a fucking reanimated Wild Bill or something coming back and trying to fuck up with, that would kill Ramirez.
Black Court Wild Bill sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Black Court Yoshimo sounds like a nightmare.
I mean, and it's both of them, though.
Yeah.
Eh.
Well, and we don't know what happened to fucking the
British guy.
the British guy. What's his
Yeah.
name?
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he got. Pretty sure he got too.
Chauncey's a demon.
No, they don't mention him. Maybe he didn't get got.
See, he didn't get got by the Black Court. He was kicked into that portal.
What portal?
Dracul opened a portal.
Dracul opened a portal
Yeah, it was a fucking like black sphere that
that he took Wild
That
Bill
should-
and Yoshimo through.
no, they disappeared with the bodies.
Oh.
But what's his bucket got kicked into a portal.
Well, odds are good he's Black Court too then, if he's not dead.
I mean, they don't know what happened to him.
It's true. They don't mention him here.
What's his fucking name? Chandler.
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 It's Chandler. Yeah. Chandler hasn't been mentioned. Hopefully he's not a vampire. We'll find out, I suppose. Chapter 7. How Harry took Laura on a trip to Demon Reach for their second date. So as far as second dates go, this is pretty poopy. This is not what I would recommend.
No.
No.
Not the best date. I mean, but Harry's never been renowned for his,
I mean, I get the impression Laura wanted this. Like, she wants proof that Thomas is not, like, dead or something.
This chapter fucked me up.
Chapter 7?
This chapter.
Like,
fucked
before they get on the water and go to
no,
Demon Reach?
No. The later, the end part.
Chapter 8 fucked you up.
Was it chapter 8 when they get there?
Chapter 8's when they get there.
It took a whole chapter for them to get there?
Well, Chapter 7 is their chat on the pier with Molly and all that.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
That takes so long.
Yeah.
Fuck this chapter. Let's go to the next one.
No! We will not do that. So, we'll recap, though. If you really feel that way. So
No, I don't really feel that way, but you get what I mean, right?
So, Molly fixed up the water beetle. It's basically brand new. Harry doesn't like that. He doesn't like that he's getting new things. Like, he's got a nice new castle. New. He's got a nice new boat. New. And and everybody else is suffering, so why should he be getting nice stuff? But I think Molly does something here that Harry needs more of, which is calling him out on his bullshit, right?
Oh, Malls has always been good at that, though.
But here, though, she calls him out on very specific things that I would love to call Harry out on, right? Like his prejudice with women, right? Like, she straight up points out to him that there are many women that could totally kill him that he is not threatened by, to the degree that he's threatened by men because they're women. And that is something that he really needs to get over.
I don't want to spoil anything for Caitlin, but I might read her that excerpt.
Just that someone says this to him.
Yeah.
Like, listen, man, you can still get murdered just because they've got tits.
And Harry's like, but tits no hurt. Tits great.
Tits good.
Yeah.
Person with tits can't hurt me. I ape. No, but I appreciated that, and I appreciated her calling him out on his hubris, this thing where he's taking all of this responsibility onto his shoulders. And I can't argue with his train of thought, right? The events of changes, completely wiping out the Red Court vampires, did cause a massive power vacuum that the Fomor encroached on. But he's not responsible for the choices the Fomor made.
No, and I mean, even to an extent, he's not 100% responsible for all the shit that happened with the Red Court.
No, he isn't. Like, the Red Court put him in an impossible situation.
Yeah.
He did the wrong thing for the right reasons a long time ago, and he had to pay for that ever
Fucking
since.
decades ago. That was one of the first things in the series that happened.
Book
the
3.
first big things.
Book 3, yeah. So, of course, he's got to do the hero thing, though, and be like, it's all my fault. And so I appreciate that Molly's like, listen, it's not all your fault, okay? You can't blame yourself for this. And I think that they have a very interesting philosophical discussion about power, right? Because she's like, we don't have the kind of power to stop every bad thing that happens to anyone anywhere. Harry disagrees with this. He thinks they do have the power to do that and they should use it. Molly doesn't think so. And like I just think it's interesting because he's like, if not us, who? And she's like, maybe nobody. Like, maybe there's just power and choice and consequence. And he's like, nah, there's got to be more than that.
I did laugh out loud at one of Molly's turns of phrase.
Which was that?
She said, but right now, you're taking the weight of the world on your shoulders because you feel guilty about Karen's death. You want to punish yourself. I grew up Catholic. I know the look.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ah.
I mean, I think it's not an unfair thing to point out, especially given her history. Like, yeah, she did grow up Catholic.
She didn't just grow up Catholic. She grew up very Catholic.
Very Catholic.
like I know people who grew up Catholic, and then I know people who grew up actually practicing.
I mean,
like,
you know, when your daddy's the Knight of the Cross, that probably puts some expectations on how you practice your faith.
I mean, and it's not even that, but like Charity believes that shit too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Episode is not brought to you by Paste.
Just paste.
It has a helpful taste.
Does it?
Don't
Yeah.
let it go to waste.
What's it taste like?
Paste.
Ew!
How do you not know what paste tastes? You didn't eat paste as a kid, did you?
I sure didn't.
He didn't get all the
Why the heck not?
nutritious supplements of the paste.
Icing paste.
No, just straight up like Elmer's, like in your mouth.
Ew. No.
Oof.
Yeah, no.
The blue stuff was better than the white stuff.
Talking about the blue glittery stuff?
No. The blue glue that they also gave to children, but it was just like, it was blue. I don't know what the difference between the blue and the white was.
Like the stuff that they used to make goo with?
Talking about paste, not goo. Difference.
Which is also different from goop. Goo, paste, and goop.
I'm
This
so...
I'm less familiar with. You got to tell me the difference between goo and goop.
Well, Goop is a company run by Gwyneth Paltrow.
sex too, right?
She's a prostitute?
No, she sells stuff for sex. She emphasizes sex, orgasm, something along those lines. Caitlin, help me out here.
I can't imagine why I would know. Like, I have not purchased anything.
It was a whole Netflix documentary. You have Netflix?
I'll look it up, yeah.
No, don't look it up.
Okay.
You didn't go online and buy Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina-scented candle?
That's what it was.
No, I
There
did
we go.
not.
Sorry, I was thinking of sex organs. Foolish. We don't have sponsors.
We certainly won't now.
Not from goop.
Right,
If
that's
you
true.
would like to sponsor this show, you could replace this mid-break about paste with your product. We can talk about your product instead.
Alternatively, if you don't have sponsor money, which, most of us don't, you can support the show by liking, following, subscribing, sharing your favorite episode with your friends, leaving comments, engaging with polls as they come up. You can also sign up for the Patreon. We have 2 tiers. We have the functional tier, the functional reader tier. That's the basic tier where you don't get this bit. You can just listen to the whole episode the whole way through. And then there's the executive reader tier. That's $13 to commemorate Josh Hughes, our first and currently only patron who gives me $13 a month to pay for studio membership costs. If you give us $13 a month, you get to listen to the episodes as I finish editing them. Anyways, back to the show.
So then Laura shows up, and as she's approaching, the conversation pivots, right? Harry's like, hey, listen, I need to talk to you about some important stuff. And Molly's like, no. Sorry, you can't talk to me about anything important. What do you think Harry wanted to talk to her about? Because I think I have a pretty good idea what he wanted to talk to her about.
I don't know.
I think he wanted to have a serious discussion with her about getting them out of the Winter Court.
You think he's going to do that now?
I don't think he's going to do that now, but I think he wanted to discuss with her a little bit about the how.
You think it's possible?
I think that he thinks it's possible. I think that in Battleground, he and Ebenezer had a brief conversation about this. Ebenezer was like, you need to get out. And he was very deliberate. He was like, not without Molly.
I mean, they discussed it before Battleground.
When did they discuss it before Battleground? Because I remember them discussing it right before Harry summoned all of the little folk.
Kringle talks about it.
Yeah, in Cold Days.
Cold Days.
He says that they're masks, and
many,
masks can be
many
removed.
many mantles are gained and shed during Halloween.
Right. So I think it's weird that hasn't come up yet, because it's been a few years at this point. Like, from their perspective.
I think that's one of those things that is literally just sitting in the back of Harry's mind.
Yeah.
Because
And
right now he needs winter.
Mm-hmm.
He does. He
Yeah.
genuinely does.
Yeah.
He needs winter.
Without it, he'll probably be a quadriplegic again.
Or
is it
I think he's
paraplegic?
healed.
You think he's healed by now?
Skin Game. He was healed.
Mm.
Because the mantle drops at several points in Skin Game and he's walking fine.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it was suppressed, but it wasn't gone.
If the mantle's suppressed, he doesn't have the mantle.
I don't think that's true.
Remember, Harry has supernatural healing.
No, I know that. But to heal a spinal cord, I feel like it'll take longer. It took like 4 or 5 books before his hand looked like anything that wasn't like melted wax.
I mean, arguably, complexity aside, a broken back and a spinal cord injury is a much smaller area.
I guess. Anyways, what do you think Harry wanted to talk to her about?
I think he wanted to... I don't know. I really don't. I think he maybe just wanted to talk to Malls about all the shit that he's been seeing her do.
Yeah, maybe.
How human is she? How does...
She seems to think that there's not much human left.
Maybe.
But I thought it was interesting her being like, listen, I can't. Like, I'm being watched too closely. I can't be your confidant. And it hurt him. And he chose to be understanding because, of course, he did. He's had enough growth at this point to do that. And I thought it was interesting, like, he made a comment about, like, when you've had a friendship as long as ours, like, you kind of understand when your friendship has to change because of circumstance. I thought that was interesting.
Their relationship has always been interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Like from the get-go, from the introduction of Molly's character, it's always been interesting.
Yeah.
She's always been one of my favorite characters. I keep saying this about all the characters. Like, that was my favorite. No, this was my favorite. They're all my favorite.
You just love them all. You love them all.
Nah, Hendrix can suck a dick.
That's fair.
Nah, actually, he can't. He's dead.
Ha. So Laura finally comes up, and then they, have their polite cordialities, and then Laura and Harry get on the boat. And I thought it was interesting that Laura, like, helped him on the boat a little bit. Like, isn't just like, oh, okay, you man, go do your thing. She's like, how can I help you? And he's like, you can go do this. So that was nice.
Well, and it also brings up an interesting point. Certain wounds aren't healing well.
Yeah, his arm.
Yeah, from Fidelicius.
His forearm's not healing. He offers his arm, and then she puts her hand on the wound, and it aches. She's like, why isn't this one healing? And he's like, Holy Sword, it's all right. It's fine. It's good.
She also brings up another point. He's not burning her.
Yeah. And she says, I think it's because I just fed before I came over here, and I am not allowing the demon to do anything.
I don't buy that.
You don't buy that?
No, I think there's something else going on here. Because, first off, he's had 2 interactions with Laura in this book.
Yeah.
And each time, he's brought up something odd about her demon.
Maybe it's the magic of the engagement. Like, they are engaged now.
Sure. But that's still, Harry has brought up something odd about her demon that isn't acting right.
Yeah.
1. He's like, your eyes. Your eyes are blue. And she's like, oh, it's because I fed recently.
Yeah. And she gives the same
Why
excuse.
Why aren't you burning me? Oh, it's because I fed recently. There's something fucking going on here, Ryan.
Maybe.
If he brings it up a 3rd time on the 3rd date,
I will reassess at that point.
Okay. All right.
I want to point out in this chapter that her eyes do go gray briefly at one point when they're in the depths of Demon Reach.
I want to reread that part.
Okay.
It doesn't say gray. It just says flickered with lighter shades.
Yeah. I'm saying that it doesn't see, like, I buy her explanation. I buy the idea that because she has satiated her demon's hunger, that she is able to exert some control and not get burned. I do find it very strange because literally every time she's touched Harry and he's had, the protection of having recently had sex with someone he loves, she's been burned. It is strange. I'm not denying that. I think that there's a combination of things at play here. I think the fact that they're engaged is fucking with his protection. I think the fact that she is really genuinely doing her best to be a good girl, that she's not getting burned.
Maybe. Because it isn't specifically the vampire that love burns. It's the demon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, whatever.
You don't buy it.
This book makes me suspicious.
You don't say.
Jim Butcher makes me suspicious.
A Dresden Files novel makes one suspicious?
Butcher makes me suspicious.
Of
I don't
course.
trust Jim as far as I can throw him.
Chapter 8. How Laura and Harry briefly reunited with their shared brother, Thomas. I loved that Harry knew she wasn't going to wear the right shoes, and so he gives her some tennies, and, like, there's socks in one of them. She's like, how far are we going to be walking? And he smiles, and then, like, an hour later, they're still going down the stairs, and she's like, this sucks. And And he's like, "You doing okay?" She's like, "You want the polite answer or the honest one?" And he's like, "I think that we should be honest with each other." She calls him out for being dishonest because he's a wizard. He calls her out for being dishonest because she's a vampire. And then he's like, "Hey, maybe given the circumstances we're in, it would be good to have honesty as an option." And so,
Yeah.
And so she's like, "I'm terrified." He's like, "Yeah, that makes sense. It's not my favorite place."
Well, and not even the fact that it's the crystal chamber. Demon Reach terrifies her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that happens to everybody, right? This is something that I do really think is interesting, like how dense Harry is. But also, like, me as someone reading these books, I didn't put it together until Karen told him in Skin Game, like, "Listen, you don't understand. This island is terrifying. Like, it exudes terror. It doesn't want us here. It doesn't do that to you."
Well, and even Harry notes that something is off about the island today.
Yeah. Today,
That day. Whatever day that is.
this warm August day,
Yeah. Which is odd.
he kind of explains it away as the spirit of the island is tired after the events of June.
Mhm.
That makes sense to me. That was kind of an exhausting day for everyone.
I wonder if maybe something happened to Alfred.
When they bound a Titan,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. I mean, there's a lot of fucked up shit down there. Like, that was another interesting part in this chapter when he just starts kind of listing off the fucked up things that are bound down here. And these were the things in
Minimum security.
minimum security. 13 tunnels, each tunnel having a kind of flavor of prisoner. And Thomas is in which one? 7?
Sure.
The things that he describes down there.
The lizard bat that feeds on newborn children.
Uh-huh.
The Komodo dragon that wants to poison the planet and turn everyone into lizards.
Uh-huh. That one I thought was interesting. He's like, "Yeah, no, it's got a disease in its mouth that it wants to put in the water supply, so everyone will turn into lizards." And then there was one that I think feeds on terror or something.
Causes insanity.
Yeah.
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 He's like, "Oh, that's a blob that's covered in mouths and eyes and devours hysteria."
Yeah.
And I'm like, was Butcher just having fun?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah. But we finally get to talk to Thomas, and that's cool.
I was not expecting him to wake up.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be one of those things where they try and wake him up, and he's just not in a state of mind to actually talk to anyone.
But no, he was straight up like lucid.
Yeah, he was straight up lucid. And he was like, "Harry, Justine, it's not Justine, blah, blah, blah." And Harry's like, "I know, bud, I know. Listen, we're doing what we can." Then Laura is like, "Listen, I think if we freed you, we could save you right now." And Thomas, to his credit, is like, "No, don't make me do
I
that."
told you, don't fucking mess with my Thomas. Thomas is wonderful.
Thomas is wonderful.
Thomas is a wonderful angel baby.
that-
You leave him alone.
The demon ain't so hot.
It's okay. They're gonna separate him. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, totally.
He's gonna be
We're-
the next Knight of the
We're
Cross.
just gonna get Butters down here for some reason to just save his life, and then he'll be the third Knight of the Cross.
Uh-huh, yep.
Totally.
A wielder of Amarachius, the sword of love.
Totally. Yeah, that's absolutely what's gonna happen in this book, even in 5 chapters from now.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
No, I feel like if something's gonna happen with that, it's gonna happen in the October chapters.
I don't think they're gonna get Thomas out in this book.
No, I don't think so either.
I think personally, if anything is gonna change with Thomas, it's gonna be in Mirror Mirror.
Maybe.
Mirror Mirror allegedly is supposed to be the
People-
time travel one.
People have said so many fucking things about that book. I don't give a shit about that book until it is out.
It's a third of the way done.
That's really exciting. But you know what? We've got a brand new shiny book right here to read.
No, but listen. If anything is going to change with Thomas's condition, I think if the time travel is involved, I think that's it. I think 2 things are going to
I
happen
thought
in
Mirror Mirror was supposed to be a parallel world story.
I thought it was time travel.
I don't know.
Could be both.
See, this is the thing. Talking about a book that's not out yet is it's just a bunch of speculation. This is the consequence of being on those fan community pages all the time.
I'm gonna speculate your face here in a moment.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we're gonna see any movement from Thomas in this book.
No. I think it's nice that we got to have a little chat with him, though.
Yeah.
And it also finally shows us, or at least in this book, finally shows us the problem inherent with Harry being tied to Laura in this way. Right? Because she is like, I want to save my brother through any means necessary, and I believe that if we just let him go on a feeding frenzy, then everything will be fine. And Harry's like, yeah, no, don't ask me to bring women down here.
Well, and Thomas doesn't want that.
Thomas doesn't want that either.
So, but here's the weird thing that I think, because Butcher's changing Laura and Thomas's dynamic.
Yeah.
Because it's been very like siblingy,
Mhm.
brother sister.
Well,
And in this one, in this particular way the way that she's described, like talking about Thomas, it's very like motherly.
she spoke in this way in peace talks as well.
A little bit, but not to this extent.
Well, no, but Thomas's like fate wasn't so dire when she last spoke about it either.
Because it was more like sibling protection. Like, I have a little sister,
Yeah.
and Laura's always been like, oh, that's my brother. Like, I don't hurt my brother.
I think that she behaved that way because of family dynamics, right? Like
Her family's fucked up.
her family's really fucked up. I think it makes sense that given how fucked up her family is, and given the fact that she did basically raise him like a mother, even though she said, no, we're siblings, because they are,
Mhm.
I think it totally makes sense in her mind that, like, she treats Thomas kind of like a son.
Yeah.
Like, she's so much older than him.
Like, genuinely
Yeah.
so much older than him.
Yeah.
Because she's like several hundred years old.
I think so.
She
Yeah.
lived through feudal Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was,
Like 1500s.
yeah,
Around there.
1500s. So she's, I don't know, 500 years old.
At least.
Yeah.
Probably more.
Thomas is 30.
Thomas is 30.
No, Thomas, he's right around Dresden. He's a little older than Dresden.
Yeah. So he would actually probably be like early 40s. But
It
doesn't look it.
in the age of supernatural beings, he comes from
He's a baby.
literally, he's the baby of the family.
Yeah.
He's not just like the youngest sibling. He's
one of the babies.
all of your siblings are several hundred years old. Your dad's fucking pushing 1,000. And
Somehow still holding on despite that curse that was laid on him decades ago.
yeah, no, Papa Wraith is a shriveled puppet
Yeah.
at this point.
I think that Laura is going to push this issue and something is going to develop with Thomas in this book.
Maybe.
I think it'll happen later. I think it'll happen probably like in the January, February months. But I don't think Laura is going to let this go.
Well, because here's the thing. When they were talking to Thomas and they were both like communing with Thomas's like
yeah, they were
essence,
like touching the crystal.
Yeah.
They could feel his emotions
not his emotions,
and the demon's emotions.
separately.
Yeah, they felt both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You really, really think that there's going to be something going on with separating that demon?
I think they're gonna get rid of the demon.
Yeah.
Do I believe it's gonna be Butters? Not necessarily. I think that's a crock of shit.
That feels too neat.
It does. It feels too much, very much like Butcher's like, here's this plot MacGuffin that I introduced specifically for one fucking reason.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just to give the nerd a lightsaber. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's...
Since we're talking about the nerd with a lightsaber, let's share our opinions with the audience on that. What do we think about Butters being a hot guy with a lightsaber with like 2 werewolf girlfriends? Maybe more.
Let's fucking go, Butters.
Cool.
Like,
I'm glad we're in agreement.
no, Butters deserved his glow up. That's some like Neville Longbottom and Deathly Hallows shit.
Yeah.
Like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Neville is not Neville. Butters,
Who might as well be Neville.
sort of. Neville didn't have 2 werewolf girlfriends. Neville wished he could.
He might. You don't know. It's been decades now.
No, homeboy got married. He's a teacher.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, herbology. Anyways.
But no. Butters glow up. And he's so protective of his glow up.
Yeah, he's because when Harry found out, he was like, "Don't you fuck this up for me. I have no idea how this happened, and I don't want you to ruin it. If you do, we're gonna square up."
Well, because it's the funny thing. They spend literal, like, books, multiple books, talking about how fucking hot Andy is. And in the last book that we see Andy, you know, she comes out wearing a fucking t-shirt. It's like, Waldo, are you coming back to bed? And Harry's like, the fuck?
Anyway. Okay, so what did you think of these 4 chapters? Let's wrap up this episode.
Yeah. I think Thomas's insistence on finding Justine and the baby is interesting.
I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's interesting, sure, but it's not surprising.
It's in character. He knows that she's possessed by an outsider.
Yeah.
The outsider.
Yeah. And he's very concerned about the well-being of his woman and his baby.
Sure. It's just like, maybe he should just focus on himself.
You know, I think the last thing he wants to focus on right now is himself when he's being forced to reflect on himself. Because that's his, like, you know, quote-unquote punishment.
Reflection.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair, but you know what I mean,
Yeah.
right? Like, he should focus on maybe getting himself right, and then he could, I don't know, fucking help.
Maybe. But right now, he's kind of stuck.
You know, there's a sword, maybe he could... I'm just kidding. Just fucking kidding. I'm not going to lean too much into that fan theory.
Butters has not yet been introduced in this book.
Butters is in this book.
You think so?
Yeah.
Is that the spoiler that you
It's
got?
not.
What?
It's not a spoiler.
You just know.
Butters is in this book.
You know he's in this book. You
Yeah.
know it. This is faith. You just know he's gonna be in this book.
It is the sword of faith, Ryan.
All right.
You know what my favorite lantern core is?
The faith one,
Blue.
the blue one.
Yeah, Light of faith.
The ring of faith.
The blue light of faith. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
fucking go. Yeah, I'm nothing if not faithful.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next week, we're going to talk about chapters 9 through 12. So, predictions. What do you think is going to happen in the month of September?
God, I don't know. I listen. If I had a bingo card for everything that's happening right now, it would be none of this shit.
You didn't think any of this shit was going to happen.
No.
I certainly didn't predict Bear or Fitz. I did not think that was going to happen.
Didn't have New Apprentice on the bingo card. Didn't have 7-foot-tall Amazonian Valkyrie on the bingo card. Didn't have Thomas waking up on the bingo card. Sort of being awake.
Being awakened. Briefly.
Didn't have Thomas talking.
Is there anything on your bingo card that has been met?
Oh, didn't have Cordial Ramirez on the bingo
No,
card.
but what was on your bingo card that has been met?
Dates with Laura. I think we're gonna see another date with Laura.
I think we're going to see many dates with Laura because they're supposed to go on a date once a month.
Yeah, at least 12. Almost like there's 12 months. Bum bum bum.
And there's the music. So we'll see you all in a week. Have fun reading the book if you haven't finished it already. I imagine you have. I would have. Bye.
Bye.